basics of two-mallet technique. Today we will be discussing the two main genres of percussive keyboard instruments, metals and woods. Metals are keyboards made of metal, such as the Vibraphone, Glockenspiel, Chimes and Crotales. The woods consist of Marimba and Xylophone. As with snare drum, we're going to use a matched grip with two-mallet keyboard instruments. The elements of good matched technique are similar to snare, but with some slight modifications. Firstly, create your fulcrum between the pad of your thumb and the second joint of your index finger, about 1/3 of the way up the shaft of the mallet. Some players also use the middle finger to help support your mallet, but make sure to keep your fulcrum stable if you choose to do so. The hand positioning is exactly the same as with snare drum, the 45 and 45 rule. Turn your thumbs to face one another at a 45-degree angle and bring your hammers together so the shafts of your mallet form a 45-degree angle between one another. In addition to fulcrum, hand positioning, and the balance point, we are going to use the pinky rule to determine how tall the board needs to be. With your hands and arms at a comfortable position, just below parallel, you should be able to extend and touch the board with your pinky fingers. While in playing position, the hammers of the mallets should stay at about 4 to 6 inches above the bars. Instead of bringing your mallet heights up and down with volume, keep your hammers low and change your velocity for volume. Center yourself in the range you will be playing and place the music stand close to the board so you can use peripheral vision to see the notes as you read. The best beating spot is in the center of the bar, and for accidentals, you can strike on the edge of the bar for a good quality sound as well. Note: strike hinging from the wrist, not the arm. Single stroke rolls are required on keyboard instruments. As a general rule, you should lead roll passages going up with your right hand and going down with your left. There are 3 types of strokes that we should address today: the piston stroke, the pendulum stroke, and the dead stroke. With the piston stroke, like a machine, we shoot down and immediately come back up to our starting position. Remember, we're hinging from our wrist, not our arm. A pendulum is a weight hung from a fixed point swinging freely backward and forward. Thus, while performing our pendulum stroke, our mallet never stops moving. Both mallets begin up, and as one goes down, the other goes up, never stopping at either the bottom nor the top of the stroke. With both hands, it's similar to what your feet do when you ride a bicycle. We practice this stroke extremely slowly. The pendulum stroke is a great way to introduce us to the legato stroke. This can take a lot of time to master, so don't be discouraged if you don't get it right away. Make it a part of your routine and stay consistent, and you will see amazing improvement in no time. The dead stroke is a distinctly dead and muted sound. Like with piston, we shoot down, but we do not shoot back up, instead keeping the mallet held on the key. The sound dies on the bar, since the mallet mutes the bar by resting on it. After the sound dies, return to starting position for the next note. Dead strokes are notated by an X on or above the stem. Note: some people refer to this type of stroke as a ghost note, in which it is notated with an X for the note head rather than an oval. I wouldn't call a dead stroke a ghost note, because in percussion, when we either miss a note and hit nothing or play too softly, it's considered ghosting the note, which could lead to some confusion. Like I've said in previous tutorials, percussion notation is not strictly standardized, so there is some flexibility in how these strokes are notated. If you're confused, don't be afraid to ask a fellow student or your instructor. Deciding which mallet to use is much more important than you might think. Your mallet choice affects the articulation, color, and effect that you produce, so it's vital you consider the needs of the performance before settling on a pair. When deciding on xylophone mallets, our choices are generally going to be rubber, plastic, or wood. Any material harder than this, and you'll damage the instrument. Rubber is softer, warmer, while plastic or wood will be more articulate and sharper in sound. In a concert setting, at a beginning or community band level, your xylophone will typically be written to be a unique and articulate tone, so choose a harder mallet. A marimba is quite different. The bars of a marimba are thinner than the xylophone, so you don't want to play with wood or you risk damaging the board. Yarn, cord, or rubber are the choices that we have. Rubber is typically used only if you want a specific sound or effect. Most of the time you'll be using yarn. The sound color of the mallet depends on the type of yarn that the mallet is made of or how tightly wound that yarn is. The shafts of these mallets are generally made of birch. Vibraphone mallets will either be cord or rubber, though I've never used rubber mallets on Vibraphone before. The Glockenspiel mallet materials we have are brass, aluminum, plastic, or phenolic. Characteristically, the Glockenspiel is a bright and sharp sound, so you want your materials to match that articulation. On screen are the mallet choices for Chimes and Crotales. The big takeaway I want you to have is this: make informed musical choices. If you choose a specific type of mallet, know why you chose that mallet, and be open to experimenting with other types of mallets when the time arises. Thank you for watching, and the end. That was the basics of two-mallet keyboard technique. I hope you enjoyed the additional section of mallet choices, and I'm thinking of making a shorter video in the future for a more general version of that. Let me know if that's something you would like in the comments. Next, I'll be looking at four-mallet technique, so I hope you look forward to that within the next few weeks. Until next time, happy practicing.